Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm Blake from Lice Communications, and I help individuals and companies with their sales shtick and their marketing materials to get more raving fans. I basically help folks put it all together, plan it out, and create a stair-step plan that they can afford to implement. So that's what I do. And then I run this forum and started this forum in 2002 and relaunched in, I guess, 2010 or something, right? And we're here, and we're here to kind of learn some things about Pinterest today. So as I told you, we're going to have this is one of our great interactive sessions. And so I'm just going to give you some basic overview about Pinterest. And then we're actually going to try and plan our pages together and help each other plan out what could we do with Pinterest, how should we do it, and so on and so forth. So this is pointers for points of Pinterest is what I'm calling today's presentation, which is basically, well, first and foremost, what is Pinterest? And it's basically a visually communicative share board for curation, discovery, and posting. And just FYI, I've got notes in the back here. Setting up Pinterest, for those of you who don't know how or haven't done it yet, this is kind of important because there's some tips that will be helpful to you. You obviously are going to put your name in there, but I would encourage you to use your Twitter account for your business in order to set it up, not your Facebook account. Okay, because your Facebook account is really a personal account. It's not, they don't have any way to connect to your business page. So truthfully, if you're on Facebook, you really don't want to go that direction. You can either just sign in with your email or use your Twitter. So that's kind of a note, and that's what it says there on setup. Now, there are some boxes here, and I'm sorry on the red page it didn't come out very clear, so if you will just go through the kind of the basic setup here. If you want to write on the page, go for it. The first box is obviously for your first name. The second box is for your last name, so if you want to put FN and LN to the left of those boxes. Yeah. And then the next thing is for your email address. Then you can pick your gender or not, because it gives you male, female, or not telling you kind of answer. The next place is for you to put in what I would say is your 60 seconds or follow your Twitter pursuit, which is where your business with a little bit of kind of fun personal, kind of thing. I would probably say if you're going to really try and use this for business, I would focus more on the business and just, your name, what do you do, just like we practice here, 60 seconds. You have a little bit where I think more than 140 characters, but it'll eventually run out just like on Twitter. It's like, I can't do anymore. The next section, I'm getting blinded by my own lights, is...
that location?
Yeah, is there a location so that you can, I should have brought my glasses, so you can you can obviously put in your community. I would encourage you that if you're serving like Carmel for a realty, or if you're really serving Indianapolis, then just put in Indianapolis. I wouldn't just like this, there's expression. I think we have really valid concerns about privacy and things like that with social media, particularly Facebook and Google+. So be more generic. If you want to serve the state of Indiana, put in Indiana. Okay, you can do it. If you want to be really none of your business, USA. So the advantage of Indianapolis, though, is we'll help you in search eventually, not right now, but eventually we'll help you in search engine optimization. Okay, so the next thing, once again blinded by the lights, is help me there.
Website.
Thank you, your website. So you can put in your website. I would encourage you to put in your blog, if you have one, or your brochure website. Or if you're someone who has an independent off of a big company, that link. Your direct link to you. So the insurance agents and realtors, you've got a special page within the greater organization. Link that in there. Okay, then obviously the next piece is for you to put in your photo. And I was doing this late last night, you can tell I was having a little bit of fun. But you want to put in some sort of professional portrait. And again, professional portraits are very easy to shoot. You can use your phone, have your daughter take it of you. Just get yourself on a blank home with all this clutter. Make sure there's no plants and stuff. And my encouragement to you is if your phone is one of the newer phones that has a flash on it, you want to stand about 20 inches away from the wall. Okay? And make sure your flash is on the top side of the camera as opposed to turning it around upside down or sideways. The reason for that is just old photography language, which is you want the flash to fall off behind you and not create this, kind of shadowing around you. You can also, if you take it and it's too bright and blaring, just take a little piece of tissue. For those of you who have actually a phone case cover, you can actually take that case off, just tear out a little piece of coffee, I use coffee filter because I like it better, but, or tissue, and just put it right over the flash and put your case back on and shoot the photo. That'll soften the light for the portrait and be more like kind of a professional shot. So just a quick tip for that. So it just doesn't work all that well in restaurants, so you want to take it off for that moment and when you're just out with family. Okay, so obviously then your next thing is your settings. So your settings here. Okay.
Facebook, Twitter?
Yes. So the answer is no on Facebook. You want that off, basically. You want your Twitter on, because that's really, Twitter is really for business executives, I feel. And then on the last piece, you want it, I believe it says off.
I have a question on that one, because that last one says off, hide your Pinterest profile, search engines. You wouldn't want Google to see that, if you're trying to use it for work, you wouldn't want Google to see?
First of all, Google's not going to search it. They're not searching it yet. It's not an option yet. But second of all, it's just that you're trying to optimize it and connect it in with your other accounts. So I don't understand it either, but the research I was reading, everybody said the same thing. So I figured they know something about the back end of how it's working, because it's still in beta form. So that may be why. This is still a beta product, so it may not have its full functionality yet, and perhaps if you set it the other way, it screws up, something. So I think that's probably why, because it didn't make sense to me either as a technical person. But all the books that I read on it said that. So
So hide your profile.
yeah, so right now, hide your profile. Okay? Now, the basic functions of this is, of course, it allows you to upload small and what I call branded protected images. So for the photographers in the room like Tracy, if you're going to put an image up, it's going to be a small version, maybe a 4x6 or something, but somewhere on there she's going to put her watermark that she took this image. Because people do repin on there, that's the whole point. They can grab your image and repin it. So you want to do that. And the other reason is for small is because you don't want someone to take it and go sell it off to somewhere. The next thing is you want to cite and pin online images. So when I say cite, if you visited most of the time what will happen is if you are out and about looking at things and you like an image out online, there's a button you can add when you're setting up to say add a pin it button to your browser, and you should do that. And that way if you see an image you like, all you have to do is hit pin it, and all of a sudden all the pictures from that entire web page will come up, and then you go click and choose the picture you want. And when you do that, it automatically sets the link that it's going to track back to, so that cites the source for you, which is very nice. The next thing is for your comments. You can comment, like, or repin other people's stuff, which is kind of cool. And then you can also follow full profiles or just specific pages. So like I have people who follow me and they just follow one particular set of pages, like my coaching set. Or they follow, maybe my marketing meandering set or something like that. There are some people who follow me completely and they get everything from my TMI page to, what have you. So, but on that note, when you're setting up your account, don't do any of the preferences. They're going to give you, as you go through it, just like it's going to be saying like, so do you have interest in gardening? Do you have interest in all this sort of stuff? Just ignore all that and skip it. Because otherwise what will happen is it's going to populate your entire Pinterest boards with other people's stuff, which you may not like what they post. And then it takes a lot of time to undo it all. So don't do any of that. Go out and choose later. Okay, so that's just a little tip on that. Okay, so you can obviously edit, and this is the benefits now. There's some referral rates here, and again, I would agree with Tracy in that it's still, and D, you're still like, well, can this really lead to business? But if you're an affiliated marketer, if you're selling products online, or if you're selling courses or something, or you have some sort of video that you've got going on to promote your business, it's a great way to do that, because not only can you post videos there, but Tracy could post the cover of one of her books, and then in the editing situation, she could go in and put in the trackback link that gets her in one click, gets people in one click over to purchase that book. Okay, so that's an option. So again, we'll see how that works yet, because it's still too new to tell and track, but